Welcome back, everyone. Water damage has left the Lloydminster Hospital's air system under repair, with more damage than originally anticipated. The Prairie North Health Region is unsure when it will be back up and running. Rain flooded the facility's main air supply following a major storm on June 9th.
Over the past week, we have been standing up these temporary air conditioning units powered by generators outside the facility, and then piping them into the air supply system within the hospital. And slowly over the course of the week have now built up to 5 units.
The hospital hoped to have the issues addressed by the end of the week. However, while doing the cleanup, they discovered that some of the duct work in the basement had been damaged by the rainwater.
We're currently exploring different repair options with a number of engineer consultants. So that is really will be the determining factor of when we can be fully operational and get back to normal.
The 5 temporary units are being monitored on a regular basis, and the health region says the temperature is at a comfortable level for patients. The permanent heating, ventilation, and conditioning systems remain offline. Well, the local chapter for the MS Society enjoyed a nice end to Saturday's Show and Shine festivities with their annual car rally. 30 cars participated in the drive, which raised $1,000. The drive went through Alcurve, Marwayne, and Kitscotty before finishing back at the Service Sports Centre, and featured vehicles of various makes and models.
Well, I just love coming out. I'm more of a motorcycle girl than a car girl, but I enjoy looking at all the cars.
Milnthorpe says the relationship with Car Club members was integral to fundraising success this year, particularly with the area still recovering from a tough economic time.
They always step up for us, not only here, but the guys from Just Kruzin help us at our walk to set up.
Last month's MS Jamin Built Walk has raised more than $100,000. Well, police often use the newest tech from right inside their vehicles when they are out on patrol. But as we see in this week's edition of Retrospect, there is a basic technology local RCMP have been using for decades.
Constable Danielle Bernard prefers this mode of transportation any day, and thanks to the City of Lloydminster, who purchased 2 new bikes for the local force earlier this year, she and fellow officers will be able to spend more time on a street or path near you.
We just think it's a really good service, and we're 100% behind that project. We've had a number of cases of vandalism throughout the city, and what the bikes do is allow the police officers to get into those areas and be visible.
RCMP definitely see the increased bike patrols this summer as an effective tool to combat more areas of crime in the community.
The break-in-enters, especially into vehicles, liquor offenses in parking lots, fights. When you approach on a bike, people aren't expecting it.
But the bikes also provide a few extra challenges.
Officer safety, for one, when you're in traffic, because you're not quite as visible. We have lights on our bike, and we'll be wearing reflective clothing. When you stop a vehicle, your car acts as a protection for you, but your bike won't.
20 years on, bike patrols are still an important part of how RCMP engage with the public.
Inside of the RCMP, visibility is a huge portion of what we do. Being on bike patrol is definitely one of those amazing ways that we can show people that we're out in the public, that we're here for positive as well as enforcement, so we can be around the parks just saying hi and visiting with people over the summer months.
Krzinger adds he can still respond to the same calls on a bike as in a vehicle, and with some added benefits.
Being able to be quiet in our approach, being able to be stealthy so people won't see us. A lot of times we can get a place with a bike that people don't expect to see a police officer, so having that ability and yet still having some speed with that is definitely an advantage.
That's all for Retrospect. I'm Brian Lentz.
This is Newcap Sports.
After a week off from racing horses, drivers and fans were anxious for the CPCA Pro Tour's second stop in Dewberry, and it didn't disappoint. Lance Phillips gets us all caught up with this weekend's results.
The rain held off just long enough to get a full day of heats in for the CPCA's second tour stop, and it was a man familiar with fast times taking not only day money Sunday, but also a show win in Alberta's Chuckwagon driver capital.
To be honest, that last this outfit today that I got day money with, I kind of just threw it together. I had an old left leader that needed a run and another right leader that I hadn't ran this season yet. He's kind of my fourth string right-hand leader, and I guess I got a little lucky, but I'm happy with the way things are going right now, and hopefully I can carry some momentum into the rest of the season.
Wagon driving certainly isn't an exact science. Tinkering with horses and positions is a constant battle, but once right, it can provide instant success or failure.
I think I finally got my one-barrel outfit figured out that first night, figured out what didn't work. That's part of it sometimes too, unfortunately. But then the next night I found out a lead team that's really working, put a new left wheeler on there, and everything really clicked on there. So that outfit that I ran on, my point outfit the last two nights, they've been my strongest outfit. It's the outfit I got day money with first night in North Battleford, and they've been consistent. They've been starting and turning and running hard.
Not all drivers were success stories. Lewis Stanley started well, but failed to register a time Sunday, leaving the rookie with mixed emotions.
I feel a little bit angry towards myself, but I can't get down on myself. I just got to keep my head up and keep going.
It was an unfortunate end to a weekend of high hopes for the 21-year-old.
Overall, it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. It just didn't go the way I wanted it to go. The horses were acting up a little bit, so I'll just be more prepared for the next weekend.
And for Labakane, it may have been a little good luck charm, helping him down the track.
Actually, they give me a Father's Day present, a new shirt to wear when I'm driving, and it's Oliver's hand on right over my heart, so that's pretty awesome. Also, I guess I'd like to give a shout out to Sidekicks Express. Been a tough year for sponsorship, but they're a group of people that pool some money together for me to help me go down the road in the summer. And if it wasn't for them, I would not be doing it this summer.
Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Dewberry.
Border City has many talented athletes, and for this week's Newcap Sports Athlete of the Week, Brittany Matika will introduce us to a naturally talented athlete who knows that hard work pays off as she moves on to play college basketball this fall.
Eliza Banyez is a grade 12 student at Holy Rosary High School and has committed to playing basketball for the University of Alberta Augustana Vikings in Camrose. She attended an ID camp this spring and is headed off to a training camp with the team this weekend.
It's very fast-paced and it's different because for 2 years in a row I was one of the oldest one on the team, and when I went to Augustana I did not know a lot of things there, so I sort of had to listen and picked up the pace right away and picked up on new things.
She understands that you have to work hard if you want to succeed, and even with her chasing her post-secondary dream and playing basketball, she understands it's not going to come easy. She's going to have to work for it and improve every day.
Banyez also played volleyball and doubles badminton for the school. Following the end of her high school athletic career, the grade 12 student wasn't ready to hang up her Raiders jersey and picked up a javelin.
Well, I haven't done track in like 2 years, and my gym teacher said that track is a good way to train off season. Just
go give it a shot and see what happens, and lo and behold, she wins a gold medal at provincials.
It's a little bit different because basketball and volleyball are a team sport, and javelin, it's like an independent.
Coach Lyons attributes her success as an athlete stems from her attitude, and he hopes that she will take that with her to Augustana in the fall.
If everybody had a team full of her, it would be a joy, because she takes that criticisms, those constructive ideas, and puts them to use. She's always lifting her teammates up. She's always working as hard as she possibly can all the time.
Brittany Matika, Newcap Sports.